Hey guys, Protoballer 14 here, and I think it's officially time to do the review on the Autococker SR. So it comes in a nice case. If you haven't seen the unboxing, it's already up here. I'm going to save as much time as humanly possible because I know this is probably going to be a lengthier review. So basically it has a nice little padded case. So your carrying case is going to be really nice to have. So let's open this up. Okay, inside here you have your parts kit. You get, well, battery doesn't come with it, but basically it has extra gaskets, O-rings, tools, screws, and little black stickers. You get a 2-piece barrel, 14-inch, 689 bore. And then you have the gun. So let's take the gun out and place the box aside. So for overall, it's not the lightest of guns. I get the scale out here. I'll take this barrel on. I think it's somewhere around 3 pounds or something like that. So you can see it has a battery in it with the board being on. Okay. Looks like 2 pounds, 7.8 ounces. 2 pounds, 7.8 ounces. So there you go. It's right around the 2.5 to 3 pound range. Some nice things about this gun. It's got the Tadao OLED board, which is nice to have for quick display to see what you're doing and stuff. It's got an on-off ASA, which doesn't work the best, but you know it works. It's got clamping feed neck, 2-piece barrel. It's got your sling style trigger. Let's take the eyes off. So semi-auto capped at 12. When I do another shooting video of this, it'll be full auto at unlimited. Maintenance is very easy on this marker. Take the bolt out, put a little bit of gun oil on the bolt, and then that's basically all you really have to do for normal maintenance. You can take apart the reg. Show you how to do the reg here. Okay, so basically all that's in here is your seat, and yep. Okay, so the seat's in there. All you really have to do to make sure that this is lubed up properly is just put a couple drops through the ASA and fire through it. It's not really necessary to lube this, just 15 or 16 shots with lube in the ASA. But that's how to take it apart. You do have one O-ring at the base where it screws in. Thought I'd mention that. Okay. Let's mark that line back in. Okay. You do have an LPR right here. Looks like when I first got the LPR, it was not tuned correctly, so you're gonna want to have to tune that yourself. And the proper way to tune the LPR is turn it all the way out until the bolt barely gets sucked back, and then put it up about two turns. So that's how to properly tune your LPR. I'll do a video on that soon. But now that we just have a review, we don't have that much time, so I'll just get on with it. The board is very, very simple to navigate through. Let's get our toolbox out here. And this is my brother's gun, so he's the one that put all the stickers on here. Looks like it's going to be this one right here. Get up. So let's take apart the grips. You only need to take apart the top two. The third one doesn't really matter because to access the programming on this board, it's not really needed. I'm just going to turn the board off right here. So it is a Tadal board, so you have all Tadal's normal modes, which is always nice to have. So here's where you can access the battery. You take the bottom off if you want to access the battery, but for normal, you can just leave that off. To program, you see you have your jog dial here. Press it, it'll go into programming mode. You got debounce, your sear on time, bip delay, anti-mechanical bounce, firing mode, which I'm going to change to full auto, max rate of fire. And to change it, you just push down on the jog dial and move up or down your setting. I'm going to put the max rate of fire to unlimited. Then you got your cycle percentage filter, your ramp start, breakout mode, open delay, watch time, close time, eyes off, rate of fire, reset. So that's basically it. Now to get it out of programming mode, just turn the gun off. And that's it. So very easy to navigate. Not a big fan of the jog dials because I just like the accessibility of holding the trigger and pulling the power button. But for $200, it's not bad. Now, the trigger is a 3-point magnetic trigger, so you can adjust it in 3 different ways. It's a magnetic breakaway trigger, so that's always nice to have. So you got point here, here, and here. First one's going to be your magnetic force. Your second one's going to be your the pre-travel, and then your bottom one is going to be the post-travel. So very simple to do that. Next, your feed neck. Basically, just one screw here to clamp down on the loader. This screw to unscrew that to take the it off. Then you have a rear velocity adjuster right here. This just helps maintain the velocity, as well as you can also change it from the bottom. I like the bottom, it's just more accessible, and I don't really feel like dealing with spring tension, so I leave that at stock, which is about 1 coil in. Your on-off ASA doesn't really work as an on-off because unless you actually push the activation pin back every time after unscrewing it, it will not purge it. And that goes for saying when the tank is on and you unscrew it, it does not purge the system because the spring will not return the activation switch, so you still will get gas into the marker. Not the best idea. I kind of like the wraps ASA, the lever type ASA, but it's what came with the gun. So I think that's well, let's go to the barrel before I do this shooting video. It's a Caner barrel back, 2-piece, 14-inch. So very accurate, good porting throughout the barrel. One tip with this is to put a little bit of Vaseline on it to help it go a little bit better. 689. Very simple. Recommended lube would be the Gold Cup lube. Just really thin type of gun oil. Works great in this gun. Basically, well, the detents are the nubbin style detents, so it's like the little plastic fingers, not the ball bearing detents, kind of like the SLG. So you don't get that good of detent. I have yet to figure out how to access the detent for the eyes, but I guess in the manual it says take this screw out, and there's a screw right here, but it seems to be red Loctited in place, so we are not able to get this cap off. Any suggestions would help, but we just have no way of getting into it. The 3-way internally built in with your actuator rod, so no maintenance problems there. Shouldn't really need to be lubed, and definitely not a good idea to lube if you don't know what you're doing. That's why I don't really like to touch this gun, because I'm not a big autococker freak and I don't know much about it, so I like to tend to leave it to the pros to do that stuff. I'm gonna shoot a pot of paint for you. And so, Protoballer 14, please subscribe. Please watch the next video of the shooting.